Wait, so you make these yourself? Yeah, I hand crochet them at home.
I'll take 2.
That'll be 30.
Just kidding, those are stupid. So you're 35, making DBZ's nightlights? Time to get a real job, buddy.
Do you make these yourself?
Yes, I make these at home.
Put this effort into the gym.
Do you make these by hand?
Yes, I make them all in my garage.
So did you actually spend time making this?
Yeah, I make them in my room.
These are horrible.
Do you make these coasters yourself?
Yes, I make it at home.
All this effort to make yourself look normal.
Edge of your knife, staying drunk on your every step that I take is another mistake to you.
If you spend any time on social media, you've seen that kind of thing before, haven't you? Maybe not those exact videos, but that exact scene. Someone's work getting mocked, getting dismissed, getting thrown aside like it's nothing. And it probably made you feel something, because that's exactly what it's designed to do. Here's something you need to know before we go any further. In a lot of these cases, not all, but a lot, the person in that video doesn't even exist. The rejection was staged. The cruelty was scripted. The product, the dream, the struggle, all of it manufactured from scratch by a scam operation that figured out something very useful. Your empathy is worth money. And that tactic has a name. It's called Sadvertising. And today we're going to pull it apart piece by piece, because once you see how it works, you can't unsee it. And I really, really want you to not be able to unsee it. And then comes the second act, the tears. After the world is cruel to our artisans, they come back on camera, devastated. Sometimes in their car, sometimes in bed, sometimes with a parent or grandparent who just can't understand how come people are so cruel. But people eat it up. You can tell by looking at the comments. The comments go insane with encouragement. You've got this, sweetheart. I just ordered 3. Sharing this everywhere. Don't let them win. They're just jealous. With so many Sadvertising scams running across social media right now, literally hundreds of thousands of comments. Real people, real emotions, real money. Spent on a persona that a content farm somewhere generated using AI in about 20 minutes. That is Sadvertising. And I've found 10 pages running this exact formula right now. I found these today, and these are just the tip of the iceberg. Let me tell you a little bit about each of them. By the way, if as you're watching this video, you find yourself thinking, damn, this Grammy woman really knows her stuff, I could use more of this, then take a moment to follow or subscribe depending on where you are. It's the best way to make sure the good stuff keeps coming. So let's talk about Sadvertising. Sadvertising is a very specific scam format that has taken over all of the social media. And here's how it works in a nutshell. A brand new social media page appears, and it features a sympathetic persona, usually young, often awkward, sometimes disabled, sometimes a minority, always relatable in some way. And they post a video, and they're nervous, and they have a dream, and they made a product, and then they took that product to a market or craft fair, and nobody bought anything. Cue the tears. Then comes a family member, a supportive parent, a sibling, a spouse, a fiance, a grandparent, somebody who loves this struggling person, and they just want the world to be kind for once. And then their plea goes out. Can you please stay for 10 seconds to tell them that their insert product here isn't ugly? And the comments flood in, as we already discussed. People being supportive, people ordering, people tagging their friends, people who have no idea whatsoever that the person in the video is completely made up, and that the product, if it arrives at all, will be nothing like what they see in the video reels. Now, sometimes real small business owners post emotional content too. It makes sense. I mean, real people have hard days too. So not every crime video is a scam, but here's how you know the difference. And I'm going to go through all of it right now, example by example. Some of you may have seen a video I did a while back about a scam with an AI generated person selling Taylor Swift resin lamps. And I'm going to drop a link to that video in the comments, because what we're about to look at today is from the same playbook, just running across a lot more pages at the same time. Now, let me walk you through the scams that I found today. And as I do, I want you to listen closely and pay attention to a few things, like how new the pages are and how quickly the domains were registered and how similar the tactics are across all of them. First up, Nora's Wallets. The domain was registered on April 2nd, 2026. The persona is a young goth woman and the product is bat-shaped bags. And the comments are full of people telling her how amazing her bags are and asking her where they can buy. Next, Threaded Wings. Domain registered April 19th, 2026. Young man presented as autistic, selling crocheted butterfly cardigans. Height warm Moonbound Works, also going by Redmont. Domain registered March 15th, 2026. The persona here is described in their own content across the site as a fat ginger kid selling berry washing bowls. Same sad story, same flood of supportive comments. Then there's Upside Down Lamps Company, domain registered March 10th, 2026, and they're selling lobster handbags, middle-aged woman persona, and here's a fun detail. This page has gone by several different names over time, and the products have changed too, which is why the page is probably called Upside Down Lamps instead of something having to do with lobster. Same operation, different costume. Caden Crafts, domain May 19th, 2026, is selling resin horror lamps with a young goth male persona. And this one has also gone by the name Vera Crafts, with the domain registered on May 8th, 2026. Nora's Threads, not to be confused with Nora's Wallets, which, yes, is a separate operation. Domain April 26th, 2026. And this one is a mess. Over time, they've claimed to be selling berry washing bowls, butterfly cardigans, herb strippers, and blankets. Young man persona, and also previously operated as Vera Crafts. Sam Baylor, domain registered April 23rd, 2026. Resin lamps again, young man persona. Veronica's Crochets, domain registered May 8th, 2026. Butterfly cardigans, young woman. And Wormcraft, the earliest one I found today, domain registered February 25th, 2026. Cutting boards, young woman persona. If you're counting, that's 10. 10 separate pages, all using the same emotional manipulation formula, all with brand new domains, all flooding social media with sad content designed to make you feel like you're doing a good deed by spending your money. Now check this out, because running a scam farm at this scale requires content, lots of it. And when you're generating AI personas, you need supporting characters too. Every main character needs a story, and every sad young person apparently needs a supportive parent. You see this man right here? He appears to be a father figure across multiple pages in this network. Same man, same safety vest and jeans, different child every time. We can see him here with the kid who makes the butterfly wings, and here with the goth boy who makes the horror resin lamps. And this guy too. Apparently he's father to both the butterfly wing girl and the cutting board girl. Now, I can't do a paternity test on him, but what I can do is a Google image search. And what I found out is you are the AI generated father to many AI generated scammer kids. So congratulations, dude. This is what a content farm looks like when it's running at scale. They generate a main persona. They drop in a supporting parent or family member, and they recycle the whole package across different products and page names. One AI dad or mom, unlimited children, unlimited sympathy, unlimited sales. I also want to point out something that I noticed across several of the younger personas. A surprising number of them feature videos of themselves working at Starbucks. It's the visual shorthand for I'm just a regular, relatable, hardworking young person. And it's absolutely calculated. I want to stop for a second and talk about something that honestly makes me angry in a way that the garden variety scam just doesn't. Two of these pages featured personas with disabilities. One presents as an autistic young man selling butterfly cardigans. One presents as a young man with Down syndrome selling resin lamps. Think about what that means for a moment. Disability is being used as a prop, as a sympathy lever, as a way to make you feel like you would be a monster for scrolling past. Real people with disabilities, autism, Down syndrome, whatever, work incredibly hard to be seen as capable, independent, and worthy of respect. They fight every single day against the exact kind of pity and condescension that these scammers are cynically manufacturing for profit. And then some faceless operation around the world decides that disability is a great sales tool, that generating a fake disabled person and making them cry on video is a smart marketing strategy. If you were moved by those videos, that's not a flaw with you. That's your humanity. The flaw is entirely with the people who decided to exploit it. But now you know, and now you can share what you know. Okay, so all of that being said, how do you protect yourself going forward? First, check the domain. I use a site called whois.com, and you just have to enter the web address in that whois field, not the main field, but the whois field, and then search, and it will come up and it will tell you exactly when a domain was registered. If the website attached to that heartwarming small business was registered within the past few weeks, that tells you something. Legitimate small businesses don't just appear out of the blue crying. Second, look at what else the page has been selling. For example, here at Upside Down Lamps Company, we're seeing that there's another name here at the top. So there's a lamps related name, and then there's this lobster related thing. And then as we start to scroll down and look at the reels, we can see the lobster related content here. We start to see different personas or spokespeople or artisans or whatever you want to call them. It doesn't matter because they're AI generated. But we can see here we have a young man working on these resin lamps, and there he is with his mom asking you to feel sorry for him, and a young woman working on resin lamps as well. It's been used to hawk a variety of different products using a variety of different spokespeople or artisans. Real makers have a craft. A page that sells everything usually actually sells nothing. Third, do a reverse image search on some of the main characters. It's simple on a PC. Sorry, Mac users, I'm not quite sure what the steps are for you, but I'm sure that there's something similar. I'm just going to right click on the person that I want to get a picture of and select take screenshot. And it's going to give me a chance to size the image to take what I want to take. This looks good. And I'm going to click on copy. Head over to Google, click on that little camera in the search bar, click into this gray field. I'll just do a Control V to paste that photo in, and then make sure that it's actually showing the full picture because we want the whole picture. And that's where we start coming up with those images of this man that shows up as the dad in multiple locations. Now, it's going to come up with pictures that are definitely him. And as you scroll down further, there may be people who sort of look like him. But we can tell just by looking at the ones that it pulled up here, each one of these has an overlay of text, and all of them are. Can the Whimsy Girls please stay 10 seconds to tell my daughter her butterfly cardigans aren't ugly? And same thing here. Please stay 10 seconds to tell my daughter her crochet moth cardigans aren't ugly. But we can see that this guy's face is showing up all over the place. And my guess is if I started clicking through on these, it would show us even other sites where he's appearing. And if a person's face is showing up across multiple unrelated pages and accounts, they're probably not real. Fourth, watch for those family support videos. A parent, grandparent, spouse, or sibling appearing on camera to vouch for the sad person is a classic element of this format. Fifth, just slow down. The entire point of Sadvertising is to bypass your skepticism by overwhelming your empathy. If a video is making you feel urgently sad or urgently generous, take 30 seconds before you click buy. That 30 seconds could be all the protection you need. Thank you so much for taking some time out to watch this video today. I hope to see you back here real soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.